Hey going guys, Luke Leyson here. If you had one superpower, like a realistic superpower, not flying or anything like that, if you had one superpower, what would it be? To smoke your own bacon? Well mate, you are in luck today. So I cannot emphasize this enough. If you're walking through the supermarket and you can't find any bacon that is made with Australian pork, don't even touch it, don't even look at it. Because you can go down to your local butcher shop or go to your local supermarket and get a piece of fresh Australian pork and smoke your own bacon at home. All right, let's get started. All right, now what you will need is a 2 kilo piece of Australian pork. I've got the loin here. As you can see, it's a nice looking piece of pork. A bit of fat there as well, it's gonna give it an amazing flavor. White pepper, salt, cracked black pepper, brown sugar, dextrose. If you don't have dextrose, just use like a fine white sugar. Pink curing salt. It's a mix of salt and a bit of nitrate as well. Juniper berries and nutmeg. Now this is only a base recipe. It's good for like a foundation, like a building block to add your own flavors later on. Now all those ingredients I said before, you will need 78 grams of salt, 2 grams of nitrite, 4 grams of dextrose, 4 grams of brown sugar, 1 gram of white pepper, 2 grams of cracked black pepper, 4 grams of nutmegs, and 4 grams bruised juniper berries. So if you don't want to bruise juniper berries like that, smash it down, releases all the flavor. Mix it really well in here. Beautiful. Now that you've mixed all that together, you want to evenly distribute it over your pork. So we're going to cure this one for it's around 10 to 12 days. So once you've rubbed it all in there, you want to cover this with the seasoning. So get it all nice on there. Basically, we're dry curing this bacon. So unlike some bacon that you would normally inject with like a salted water or salted brine, this one here I find gives it a lot more flavor. It's easier to do because you don't need to go out and buy a syringe or anything like that to start pumping. Like I said before, we're going to cure this for about 10 to 12 days. So now that's all distributed over there, cover it, put it in the fridge and flip it every 2 days, I reckon. It's going to create its own brine with the juices of the pork, and that's going to cure the bacon. So it is a long process, but it's definitely worth the wait. All right, now through the power of TV, this is one I prepared earlier. Once it's been cured, rinse off all the excess seasoning, including the juniper berries as well. You want to get all that stuff off there, rinse it off with a bit of water. Pat it dry and let that dry out in your fridge for a further 12 hours. That's going to dry out the bacon, as you can see here, which helps the smoke stick, give it full of flavor. After that, it's ready to go in the smoker. All right, Daphne, you ready to smoke this bacon? Yeah, I reckon that's a yes, let's do it. All right, so I've set up a Weber kettle here. I feel like every family's either got one or something very similar. This one's been in my family for eons, absolute eons. So if you don't have one, don't worry. You can have offset smoker. That's going to work beautifully as well. Or a gas barbecue. You can get different kind of like smoking chip boxes and stuff, which will help you smoke some bacon. So I've set this one up in a snake method, going from my left to my right. And I've also used some apple wood as well. It's going to give the bacon an absolute amazing flavor. My dog is currently chewing on a chunk of it at the moment, so you know it's going to be good. Basically, we want the ambient temperature here to be 80 degrees Celsius or about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Water pan with some hot water in it there. It's going to keep the bacon nice and moist. Pop the bacon in there, make sure it's over the water pan, not the charcoals. You want the bacon over there because you don't want to be cooking over a direct heat. It's going to burn it. Now, with the bacon, you're going to need a probe. So you need to go to the thickest part of the eye, and you want to cook to about 58 degrees Celsius, about 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get this charcoal going, let's get the wood smoking, let's get the flavor into the bacon. All right, bacon is done. Look at that, what a nice color on it. So that's cooked to 58 degrees internal temperature. Let's slice it and have a look. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful Australian homemade bacon that you can do yourself.